Hello YouTube, and welcome back to CB4 Gaming. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some predictions I've got here for the new collab that's coming up. Now my prediction is that we are going to get the Street Fighter 6, we're going to get a Street Fighter 6 collab as the release, just because I have a feeling that we may be coming up to end of service, but I'm not entirely sure. If we don't get the Street Fighter 6, I have no idea what kind of collab they're going to do. It could be anything. It might be Dynasty Warriors, because that's new as well. That's just come out. They might collab that. The only problem is with Dynasty Warriors, they won't have enough fighters to release. Looking at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collab, I think the reason why that worked so well for them is because they had 4 units to build. We had 4 units to build. So it made it harder for people who did stack the SST tickets to get all of them done outright on the free. They had to spend at least something to get all 4 of them done, unless they've been stacking SSD tickets like crazy. So that's why I kind of think that a non-canon collab might be out of the works. Not just because I fear that end of service is coming, but also because Dynasty Warriors, I think you'd only have maybe 2 characters that they could release, like Lubu. And obviously if there's only 1 character to max out, you can do that with the saved SST tickets you've got. So I don't think they're going to do that. However, I do think they are going to release the Street Fighter 6 characters. Now, when we look at the Street Fighter 6 characters, we can see what Street Fighter 6 characters had been released. When the game first came out, Street Fighter 6, the characters we got were Ryu, Luke, Jamie, Chun-Li, Guile, Kimberly, Jury, Ken, Blanca, Dalsim, E Honda, DJ, Manoon, Marissa, JP, Zangief, Lily, and Cammy. And then later on, they released new fighters such as Rashid, Aki, Ed, Akuma, M. Bison, Terry, and Mai. Now, here's something that they could do. They could release Mai and Terry as the collab, making it unique, but still under the Street Fighter 6 banner, which would give me hope that they actually got more units out of their license. However, I don't think they would have gotten that. I think they probably got the Street Fighter 6 characters up to Cammy, so they wouldn't have gotten the license for Rashid, Aki, Ed, Terry, and Mai. Obviously, in the game we have already, we've already got Akuma and then Bison, so they don't need to get a license for those. And then when you look at the main list, the fighters that aren't in our list, because we've got fighters already like Cammy, Zangief, DJ, E Honda, Dalsim, Blanca, Ken, Jury, Guile, Chun-Li, and Ryu. These fighters from Street Fighter 6, well, they're already in the Street Fighter Duel game. So really, all that leaves us out of Street Fighter 6 that are fighters that they could release as, units to to get as a collab exclusive is Luke, Jamie, Kimberly, Manoon, Marissa, JP, and Lily. Now, we already have 2 of these fighters. We have Luke and JP. So then that leaves us only 5 fighters left. Jamie, Kimberly, Manoon, Marissa, Lily, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so we've got 5 characters left out of the 7. We already got Luke and JP. So with that, I think that the next fighters are going to be one of those 5. Now, here's my reasoning between what 5 units we're going to get. I think if they do release it, it's got to be 2. It can't just be 1, because we'll be able to use our SSD to max them out straight away without spending any money. So when I looked at the typing, not the faction, but the, to see whether or not they were balanced, attack, tank, support, or ninja, the first fighter we got was Luke, and Luke was balanced. Then we got JP, and JP is attack. So now we've got a choice of tank, support, and ninja. Luke and Jamie meant to be a duo, just like Ryu and Ken. So if we follow the line of movement, the next fighter should be a tank unit, then support, then ninja again, and then back to balanced. And the balanced fighter's got to be Jamie. I'm sure it'll be Jamie. I don't see why they wouldn't. I could be wrong, I could be right, I don't know. But for the collab, Manoon and Marissa. And obviously Marissa will be tank, and that means Manoon will be support. And then the next 2 fighters after that will be Kimberly and Lily.
Respectfully, of course.
Ninja assassins. And then the last fighter will go back to balance, like Luke, which would obviously be Jamie. That's what I think the new collab's going to entail. And I think they're going to make, they're going to be 2. So it's going to be both Marissa and Manoon. And they're all going to be masters. All Street Fighter 6 fighters are going to be master class. They're not going to be any other faction like Infernal. They had the opportunity to make JP Infernal, and they didn't make JP Infernal, which makes my thinking think that they're all just going to be master units. And it kind of makes sense, because if it's a master unit, you can use it in any place you want. It doesn't really affect your lineup. You can build you can get all the benefits from having the matching factions without having to do any shenanigans. Also, I would say is that as a tank, I think she's going to be a C1, C2 user. She'll kind of work the way she'll build her drive, because they're both going to have, all the Street Fighter 6 are going to have the drive counters as part of their kit. And as a tank, I suppose it would have to build similar to the way that Michelangelo built his breakdance. So like every 15 hits, she'll gain 1 drive or something like that. Her moves aren't very flashy, so I'm kind of thinking that they're going to give her like Luke-like moves. When you look at Luke and you see how he does his moves, he actually, like, his moves seem to be quite long and quite combo-like. Like his C3 is probably the best example of it, where he starts just like thrashing around like a toddler and smashing people up. She might probably give everyone super armor. She'd have to have a taunt effect so that she can pull people in to gain her drive properly. Maybe when she gets, similar to Zangief, when she gets hit, like 6 or 7 times during super armor, it triggers her combo 1. And her combo 1 has a chance to stun. So she'll, like a C2 could be like a buff kind of thing where it lowers effect accuracy, it gives all allies super armor, she taunts all of the enemy, and that, it doesn't do any damage, but it has those effects. Combo 1 attack isn't a trigger. None of her moves are trigger. It's just that will have that effect. So you can do combo 1 on its own with a chance to stun. Maybe it might have some damage reduction, like at level 3, and the trigger only triggers the combo 1 to like level 2. So when you're using it in bossing, you can use a combo 1 to get the damage reduction as is, or when you're playing PvP, you can trigger it up to level 2 where it will just have the stun effect. And because you've got the Superman punch and the Bigfoot, that's only really 2 flashy moves. There's only 2 moves that look quite flashy and signature to her. So super combo and combo 1 will be the assault moves, and her combo 2 will be her technical move. And then maybe like when she's got a couple of like maybe when she's like at 6, no, not 6 cars, maybe it's like FS30, she can gain 2 drive when she performs her combo 2. So it becomes more critical to her PvP kit. With Manoon, she kind of like the way she moves in the game. She kind of moves a bit like Summer Elena, like with all the backflips and all the cartwheels and stuff. Like it's not obviously the same. It's more like ballerina style, but I think the way she would work is very similar to Summer Elena. That she'll be a pure trigger move. And each trigger will correspond to the which unit does what attack. So I do believe her C1 gets unleashed after an assassin or attack class allied fighter unleashes a super combo, and then she's got a chance of doing her, and then she's got a random chance of either her super combo or a combo 2 popping off afterwards. And that's what I think Manoon will be. As a healer, she'll, let's say she buffs healing rate. So every time she heals, every 3 heals, people get a healing rate. The way she gets drive is for every 3 triggers, she gets 1 drive. She starts with 2 drives. Maybe not 2 drives to start with, maybe 1 drive, and then it builds. So she'll have to start in the starting lineup. And then obviously she can do her drive reversal, drive impact. A little idea that I thought which would be pretty cool for her is, as a support, is if she like manipulated the assist position on assisted fighters. So let's take, for example, her super combo allows allies to take advantage of her, like to trigger her Manoon's assisted fighters assist ability if it triggers the 1 HP clause. Your allies can't fall below 1 HP, and damage immunity. And then her C1 allows allies to trigger the clause of if it's damage effect. So when she performs this super combo 1, now allies, when they do a combo or a super combo, if the assisted fighter does damage or build super combo gauge, allied fighters will also trigger her assisted fighter. And then her C2 can be when she performs a C2 combo, if an allied fighter does a combo or a super combo, they also can get the debuff or buff effect from Manoon's assisted fighter. So the super combo would be quite interesting, because when she does the super combo, it can't be triggered off of an ally. It would have to be when she does the super combo, allied fighters can also get Manoon's assisted fighters effect for the next 10 seconds or 5 seconds. And so you could put someone like let's say Virgil. You could put Virgil on Manoon, and then if she does the super combo for 10 seconds, allied fighters also can't go below 1 HP in that 10 seconds, because they can also take effect of that assisted fighter's ability, like kind of busted at the same time. Should obviously need to also, if she's going to work on manipulating the assisted fighter, she's going to have to like make it so that trigger intervals from assisted units are 0 seconds. So then they can just continuously, the trigger intervals will pop off, and that's where all her strength will come from. Is from like then you get like a unique combination of what to use. There would be obviously some fighters that it just won't work with. Like I do believe Shredder, his assist only works once per battle, so you can't make it do any more than that, which is unfortunate. But then like other fighters, like say Yin and Yang, if the C1 it like allows allied fighters for the next 20 seconds to trigger Manoon's assisted fighter's ability, you can get Yin and Yang popping off quite quick, because they've got 0 trigger intervals, which that will build super combo gauge really quickly, this, that and the other, and that will pop off really fast. Or you could have like Royal Balrog, and then when she does her C2, allied fighters can now get Royal Balrog's assist ability. Something like that would be like a really interesting way of it feels quite busted as well. Ideally, what they should really do is implement new content. They should have like a 5 teams matchmaking where you can fight with 5 teams. That would be a nice thing for them to do. But also the other thing that they should actually really do is just add a new game mode, add the base building mode, get that little bit of trickle coming in. It'll encourage new players. You can get a whole new lease of life into the game. It's a whole new aspect to the game. You could have like in the base building mode on the world map, you could like farm gems. So now free to play players get more gems. Even if they add something like watch adverts and you got gems for watching adverts, that would be a good little update and a little money revenue spinner for them as well. That would definitely generate money from, because people watch the 10 adverts, get their 3,000 gems, and boom, they're cushy. It needs a drastic content makeover. If they release the challenge mode, we'll do that in a day. It'll be done. It'll just be done. They'll level cap it, and we'll have one day of goodness, and that will be all she wrote. I am expecting it to be 2 Street Fighter 6 characters, and I am hoping my prediction is right, and it's going to be Marissa and Manoon. How the moves work, like I said before, that was just all theory. I have no idea. I just wishful thinking. So yeah, that's all, folks.
Even though you two amuse me, I must conclude this game. I have engagement to keep and I can't be late.
Thank you for watching my video. Please leave a comment in the comment section, like and subscribe.